Alright, welcome back to Super Ultra Budget Magic Online. I am playing a deck today called Trinket Trophy Treasure. It's named after the various mages. You can see the treasure mage here in my opening hand. I can keep this one, especially where I'm on the draw. Not the best opening hand, but I think we can work with it. I am happy to have an extra planar lens in my opening hand, and for those games where I don't have it, I can go and fetch one. Alright, he's playing some sort of control, which I may struggle with. I'm very curious to see how this goes. Okay. These, where can I move these so that I'm not completely distracted with them? I will pass turn. He's got another lantern right on top. And he wants to see what I've got. I think he's going to pick up on me wanting the extra planar lens, but we'll see. Just making sure that my recording was working correctly there. I do have issues with that not starting up when I want it to, once in a while. Trinket Mage would have also been helpful, but not near as helpful as the extra planar lens. Alright, here's another land. I've got plenty of treasure mages. I will pass turn. Mishra's Bauble, what an awesome card. Basically shrinks the size of your deck to 56. Alright, what's this one? Fixes Pandemonium. Top card of his or her library. Sacrifice it. Each player turns face up all cards that he or she owns, then puts them all onto the battlefield. Interesting. Alright, I've never really played against it. I will go ahead and get my extra planar lens out. And start ramping. So next turn, if I happen to draw a land, I can actually cast a Ward of Bones or a Mindslaver, or I can cast two of the Treasure Mages. Yes, I would like to use its ability. Extra planar lens is always going to hurt real bad if you end up getting your land blown up, getting the artifact blown up. Because you end up losing lands instead of gaining a lot of mana ramp. Ward of Bones, I don't remember what exactly this does. Artifacts and enchantments. Alright, so then they won't be able to play any more of those. And that's not a bad place for me to be. The other option is to use a treasure mage. I'm going to start with the Ward of Bones and give myself a chance. So each of these just happened for 2 now that I've got extra planar lens out. And I will pass turn. Excellent. Happy to see some land here. That gives me 8. This one costs 4 to activate. So I'll use a treasure mage. Okay. And I will use that to get the Platinum Angel may be interesting here. These are not even big enough to see. I want the Memnarch. Okay. Cast spells and activate abilities. I've got 1 out. That gets me to 5. It's not big enough to cast it yet. I will also go ahead and get the Mycosynth Lattice. Right. And can't afford to cast anything else. So I'll pass turn. The Codex Shredder. Yes. Let's do that. I want another island. I guess we'll do that as well. Okay, so chosen card is activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. He doesn't want me to use my Mindslaver. How about you try a Memnarch? Okay. And let's pass that. And I'm okay losing that mana from my pool. I will attack with my treasure mages. I've got my Ward of Bones, which should theoretically keep my opponent from playing his Ensnaring Bridge. Let's see, I've got 3, and he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 at least. So I think he's theoretically not supposed to be able to play that now. Use its ability. Yes, I would like to do that. He's just running through my islands. Trophy Mage, it would be nice to see another extra planar lens. And let's see. That's 6. It costs 3 and 4. Okay. And we'll go to the board. Okay. At the beginning, destroy target. I think the culling scales may actually be helpful for me. Non-land permanent with the lowest converted mana cost. Okay. That's not bad. The Field of Ruin. I can sacrifice it to destroy target non-basic land that an opponent controls. And then each of us go get a basic land card. So that's the part that I think is an advantage over the Ghost Quarter, is that we both get to go get a basic, rather than just the person that loses their land. He was using that against me, and I was just getting more land. It didn't end up being a big deal for me. Trying to think of what sideboard stuff he's going to have, because he's got so many artifacts himself. I'm not sure that I need to bring in the counters and the bounces. I think Field of Ruin or Culling Scales could both be helpful, but I think that I'm even happier with what's already in my deck. So I'm going to try this and see how it goes. I've got more land to start this one. I've got Trophy Mage, so I can get some extra planar lenses, not to mention Renowned Weaponsmith, so that I can wrap some with that as well. A Thoughtseize. Okay. And that allows him to get either of mine. I assume that he's going for the Weaponsmith, but he may take a Trophy Mage. And that way, I don't have anything to play on my second turn. Codex Shredder. And another Pixis. Alright. It's interesting, I haven't drawn into any Wayfarer's Baubles or Renegade maps yet. Which looks like it might not slow me down too much for this deck. My creatures are actually small, so the Ensnaring Bridge might not be that big a deal here. I'll start with the Trophy Mage and go get my extra planar lens, because that's what I want to be doing. And I'll pass turn. He has a lot of manipulation over my library, but so do I. Let's see what he's going to hide away. Oh, he doesn't want to deal with the Memnarch now. Okay. He's still trying to figure out what I'm doing. And I'm alright with that. Top card. Okay. Show triggered abilities on the stack. Yes, I would like to use its ability. Wait a second. Okay. I've got another land. I've got a Memnarch in hand. Got a treasure map, so I can go get something great. Which something great is the question at hand. So I will do I want to go get something big, or do I want to there's 3. I want a trophy or a treasure. I want the trophy. Okay. Yes, I want to use its ability. Yes, I want another extra planar lens. And yes. Cast it. Yes. Okay, let's tap this now for 3. And now we can get something even bigger. Let's see, I can't do damage that way. I can't steal his stuff. The Ward of Bones actually would be helpful here. The Platinum Angel is a very interesting thought. I will duplicate. I think only gets creatures. Target non-token creature. Colossus isn't going to be able to attack with that ensnaring bridge. I don't think I gave it myself anything to remove that. I'll start with the Ward of Bones, I guess. And that's going to stop my opponent from playing any artifacts for a while. I'm not sure that's enough to slow him down that much. Alright. My opponent doesn't mind me having huge amounts of mana. Memnarch doesn't matter too much at this point because I can't use it to steal all of my opponent's stuff. Because otherwise, I could start taking artifacts and milling him. And as quickly as I'm going through my library and as quickly as my opponent is going through my library, I may get milled. It may have been more helpful for me to grab the Platinum Angel. But who knows? I've got more land and not too much that I can do. I'll go ahead and put my Memnarch out. Okay. I guess I may need to bring in some culling scales to get rid of my opponent's artifacts, and/or ensnaring bridge is. Or something to bounce them and counter them. I'm going to have to adjust because the Memnarch was my bigger kill here. His -4 is going to wipe me out. Pretty quick, actually. Trophy Mage isn't really going to help me. Because I've already got plenty of mana. And I can't attack with it. It just helps my opponent build me faster. But it also thins my deck such that I may have a better chance of pulling that Platinum Angel. They don't cause abilities to trigger. Got it. Okay. That doesn't bother me too much at the moment, actually. I don't think it'll let me. It did let me take it. So when I cast it, when it enters the battlefield. Alright, whatever. I've always been fascinated with lantern control. I can't say that I have a very good understanding of it, even having played against it multiple times. I think I've lost to it every time. But I think it's a very interesting deck. What is in the grave? The Platinum Angel is in the grave. That's not good for me. So I expect to get milled. But it does make for a very interesting game. So Cool Collar spell, each player puts the top card into his or her graveyard. The Pixis Pandemonium is just going to go nuts in terms of putting a ton of permanents out. He's running with a Herald of Anguish too, not that he can attack with it. It could make me do some discarding. The Codex Shredder. Target player puts the top card of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Get stuff back from your grave. So those are going to be the more important ones for me to destroy. And then the Lantern just has to make a shuffle. Okay. So I definitely want culling scales, and I want to start bouncing some stuff. He's got an Ancient Grudge. That would slow me down, except it's not going to. Because I'm stuck anyways. I like the idea of sticking Herald of Anguish into that deck. It ends up being very cheap in Lantern control, and it makes your opponent discard a bunch of their stuff, which kind of hurts. Okay, I'm fine with that. There's no point in going and getting land for me at this point. I don't think I have anything left that I can beat this guy with. I should have put that Platinum Mage out earlier. The Colossus of Akros isn't going to help because I won't be able to attack through that ensnaring bridge. I certainly don't have any direct removal for artifacts. Tears that keeps allowing my opponent to gain life. I don't know. Inquisition. Yeah, he's got me. Woohoo! Alright, go ahead and mill me. Yeah, I'll hit the sideboard this time. I've got to get rid of those codex shredders and ensnaring bridges. And then I expect my opponent to have a problem. And, not to mention, pithing needles that'll go away with the culling scales. Okay, on sideboard. Definitely want some culling scales. I want my Into the Royals and negates. I'll leave the Winds of Rebuke because that's going to hasten the whole milling process that goes on. Most of my opponent's stuff, duplicate's not going to help me. Most of my opponent's stuff is already artifacts, so I could probably drop my Mycosynth, but I'm going to keep it for now. Where am I? I want my Platinum Angel. I want my Memnarch. My Enslaver, I wouldn't hardly know what to do on their turn to mess up with them. So we'll just leave that alone. Weaponsmiths are not helping me out a whole lot in this one. I'll drop one each of Renegade Maps, Wayfarer's Baubles, and each Mage. Actually, maybe just drop the Trinkets. That'll do. We'll try this. This is actually a very interesting game. Yeah, I'll go first. 2 into the Royal. Okay, yeah, I can keep that. I still haven't seen those Wayfarer's Baubles and Renegade Maps. I realize I dropped 2 of them, but you would think I would see something. It's okay. And he's going to take Into the Royal or a Mage, probably Into the Royal. That makes sense. Faster. Has abilities to trigger. My enters the battlefield abilities seemed to work in the last game. Maybe it was just on top of the library and I didn't realize what was going on. Trophy. He must have just been on the top of his library or something. Which one's he going to get with the pithing needle this time? He got that torpor orb out just early enough to really hurt me. He didn't like the Memnarch. Okay. This one with the kicker. I can bounce that torpor orb. Hold on to it for now. I can still swing because he doesn't have a bridge out yet. And now he does. So bounce the orb. Let's just play it again. I could also potentially bounce the ensnaring bridge when it's going to hurt him. So I think that's what I'll do for now is get out another mage. Swing. Excellent. Yes. So I can do that for two. Two can still attack. So I'll do that with everybody. So with Into the Royal, ooh, that does hurt. Okay. That slows down things considerably. And those can't attack now. Let's see, do I want the extraplanar lens out or do I want to bounce the ensnaring bridge? I think it gives me a little more flexibility moving forward to get my lens out. We'll see if it's the right move. this. Where does my opponent keep gaining life from? This can't attack. Let's go ahead and bounce the bridge. Cast. I assume he's going to cast his ensnaring bridge again. Alright, if someone in the comments wants to explain how my opponent is gaining life with this deck, I don't get it. Okay. Let's see. Triggered ability from Inventor's Fair at the beginning of your upkeep. If you control 3 or more arid effects, you gain 1 life. That's where it's coming from. Okay, I got it. I have to discard something I don't want to. But I will discard the Colossus. Now he's got a blocker. He's got the Torpor Orb. So close. Yeah, that Inventor's Fair was a huge boon to this deck. I'm gonna get clocked. Or I might be outright killed by the Herald. He's got his bridge back out. Guess I'll discard that one. Okay. and I never got to use it. Alright. Ooh, I finally got a Renegade map. Big whoop for that. Anyways, thanks for watching.